was the first to orbit the Earth, an Ohio senator, and a hero for many. We'll have the latest on a local attraction where you can remember John Glenn.
Christmas is right around the corner, which means it's time to start thinking about Christmas shopping. I'll have the latest on the hottest gifts for this holiday season.
Santa may not be on his way yet, but the snow sure is. Get more details in my first forecast.
And it's the season of giving. Find out which places are still in need of donations and how you can help for the holidays. TV2 News starts right now.
From the award-winning Kent State Student Media Newsroom, this is Portage County's TV2 News at 6.
Many are mourning the loss of an American legend today. Good evening, Kent State and all of Portage County. I'm Paige Katrinchak.
And I'm Kylie Jarozinski. Former astronaut and Ohio Senator John Glenn passed away yesterday afternoon. He is remembered as an iconic Ohioan as he grew up and lived in Central Ohio for most of his life.
That's right, and a local museum premiered a special memoriam exhibit today in his honor. Our Kristen Anzawini joins us in Cleveland with the details. Kristen?
Thanks, guys. I'm here at the Great Lakes Science Center where they have set up a memorial for John Glenn. Now, John Glenn died on the 8th and it's the 9th, so they did this all in one night.
True hero. The word hero gets thrown around loosely nowadays.
That's Dante Santori, scientist in residence, describing to me how he feels about John Glenn. Today is the first day of the John Glenn Memorial at the Great Lakes Science Center.
We needed something to recognize this sad event. So they came last night. They set up, these are posters and exhibits, artifacts that are not in our permanent collection.
People from all over can come to mourn the late astronaut, like this man all the way from Pennsylvania.
And he was really influential in the history of America and space.
Even little astronauts came out too.
Because I love rock.
And at the memorial, guests can sign a book, leaving their final goodbyes to Mr. John Glenn. The memorial is open every day that the museum is open, and the hours are 10 to 5 now until the 18th. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much, Kristen. John Glenn was known not only for his work as an astronaut, but he was also the inspiration behind a program at Ohio State University. Students in the John Glenn School of Public Affairs at OSU gathered today to honor the man behind their college's namesake. University officials say Glenn came to the college often and spoke to students about their lives and career goals.
Typically once a week, he would come in. His office is right upstairs. Very open guy. If he saw a student in the hall, he'd chat him up, occasionally surprise him, sit down beside him and say, "Hey, what are you studying?" That continued all the way until the end.
And President-elect Donald Trump offered his thoughts on Glenn's legacy at an event in Iowa yesterday.
He was a giant among men and a true American legend who inspired generations of explorers and dreamers, and we will honor his legacy by continuing to push new frontiers in science, technology, and space.
President Obama also ordered flags at half-staff today to honor Glenn, and Glenn will be buried in Arlington National Cemetery, and all funeral services will take place in his home state of Ohio.
I-90 East officially reopened this morning after a major accident yesterday. Authorities shut down I-90 eastbound due to a 50-vehicle accident. Approximately 20 commercial vehicles, a Greyhound bus, and at least 20 passenger cars collided. The traffic closure went into effect around 3 p.m. between Route 44 and Route 528. Several people were hurt in the crash. But luckily, we're not seeing anything like that around here, but it is because of those, it starts snowing, we have all of that accumulation on the ground, and people kind of forget how to drive a little bit.
I know, and then with those temperatures dropping, the ice could be a problem.
Yes, and I'll get into that. We're going to talk about the temperatures right now. As you can see, in Sandusky, it's 30 degrees. Mansfield is 24. Cleveland is sitting at 28. Worcester is 25 right now. And Ashtabula, where we see a lot of this, is that we have a lot of the colder weather. And right now in Kent, it is 26 degrees, but it actually feels a lot cooler than that. It's 24. We have west winds feels like 23, so it did go down. We have west winds 9.2 miles per hour and clouds in the sky. Now the snow will be coming in later. As you can see, 9 p.m. is when we're going to be getting that snow. And you guys, later on throughout the day, like you said, we don't have to worry about the major snow that was in that snow belt, but we will be getting snow as the day and night continues.
With those temperatures dropping, when it gets below 32, you know it's serious.
Yeah, I mean, that's when you know you have to bundle up. You have to find everything that you have. Like, I can tell you, I'm pulling out scarves.
Yeah.
I have all my hats, my mittens, everything.
I mean, when I woke up this morning, my house was 49 degrees. So
it was freezing. It's really important to stay bundled up, especially in this weather, because it's going to be continuing as we go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Arnisha. We'll check back in with you later. And as the weather gets colder and finals draw closer, many are heading into the local Starbucks. But the future of this Starbucks is unclear, as the building was just acquired by Kent State University in an effort to expand its campus. The Board of Trustees approved the decision to purchase the building located on the corner of South Lincoln and East Main Street for $2.2 million. There are no specific plans of what will take place in the building, including if it would be renovated or torn down. However, the current owners will continue to manage the property for at least 3 more years. Right now, the building houses Starbucks, Campus Book and Supply, and campus lettering and embroidery. The warehouse that caught fire last week in Oakland, California had not been inspected in 30 years. Oakland City Council blamed widespread budget cuts and the lack of communication. There were not any inspections because there had been no applications for a permit in the past 3 decades. 36 people died in the ghost ship warehouse fire last week. The cause of the blaze remains under investigation.
And in Ohio news, 2 separate bills are headed to Governor Kasich's desk that would restrict the timing of abortions. Kasich has the option to approve or veto both Senate Bill 127 and House Bill 493, or he could go through with only passing one of them. Now, Senate Bill 127 would institute a ban on abortions at 20 weeks based on if the unborn child could feel pain. And House Bill 493 would ban abortions at 6 weeks and is a larger legislation that contains the highly debated heartbeat bill. The bill does face criticism for violating the Roe v. Wade Supreme Court decision and could be found unconstitutional. And President Obama has ordered a full review into the Russian hacking aimed at influencing the elections in 2008. Russia responded to the news and called for evidence of its involvement and denied the claims. The U.S. government also publicly blamed the Russian government for cyber attacks designed to influence the outcome of this recent election. The review is intended to be done before Donald Trump's inauguration in January. And still to come on TV2 News, Spotify listeners are not throwing away their shot to listen to this album. Find out how just many are streaming this history-making musical.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Find out how in my full forecast.
But when we return, is your Christmas shopping done? We'll tell you the most popular gifts and where to find them this holiday season. TV2 News returns in 90 seconds.